Well, welcome back to all of our viewers on live on Polo Line TV, and of course to all of our guests here at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. As we see our teams warming up for this second contest here, the 4 o'clock clash between IFZA Mahra and Habtoor. Pictures coming in there of Mohammed having a swig and putting his goggles on, getting himself set. They'll be looking for a better showing than last time out. They got turned over by Gantut by the score of 12 goals to 9. Temperature is 24 degrees here, a little bit cooler than yesterday. Apparently there's 10% chance of rain. Well, believe that if you will. As we look down at Jauretche there. Habtoor playing in red shirts today. They were in blue in their last outing and they've gone red today. That is Juan Jauretche there, the number 3. Just having a little stick and ball there on the chestnut. For those of you who have arrived fashionably late here at the club or have only just tuned in, we have had a superb first match. Gantut running out winners in the end. It sounded comfortable, but it certainly wasn't. It was 13 goals to 8, but what a performance by Bangash, who came back from being 4-1 down to going 6-4 ahead. But in the end, they just ran out of a bit of steam. And Gantut, with a couple of breakaway goals in the 5th, and a convincing victory in the end. So Gantut have won a couple of games. And IFZA Mahra and Habtoor will both be looking for their first wins here in the IFZA Gold Cup 2021. We will have action from the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. There'll be more 18-goal action tomorrow. Same times, 2 p.m. and 4 p.m. And in the first game, Abu Dhabi take on Dubai Wolves by Cafu. And the second match at 4 p.m. will be UAE against Zidane. Make sure you're tuned in live and direct for the polo action here from Dubai, UAE. You can, of course, get in touch with us on Instagram at PoloLineOK. Facebook is PoloLineInt. And Twitter at PoloLine. On behalf of the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club, we want to put a big thank you out there to Martin Pedersen and his team from International Free Zone Authority, our title sponsor, not only for this Gold Cup and the Silver Cup, but also the entire season here, the whole polo season here at the club. And we're very, very welcome to Martin and his team. They provide local and international businesses the ideal platforms, infrastructure and location that epitomize the benefits of the UAE's strategic geographic position, world-class infrastructure and business and tax-friendly environment. And once again, on behalf of the club and everybody involved here in the sport of polo here in Dubai, we thank Martin Pedersen and IFZA for their continued support here for this polo season 2020-2021. As we see Peter Wright, who's back on a nice comfy grey pony. He's going to be one of our mounted umpires here for this second match. As we go to the lineups for the two teams, IFZA Mahra at number 1 off a 1-goal handicap is Tariq Al Habtoor. Playing in the 2 shirt off 7 goals, Isidro Strada. At 3, the younger of the two Amadoris, Segundo Amadori, off 4 goals. And at the back, off a 5-goal handicap, is his big brother, Jacinto Amadori. And so to their opponents, Habtoor Polo, the man himself at 1, Mohammed Al Habtoor. At 2, Felix Essayin. At 3 is Juan Jauretche. And the big hitting, the highest handicap player here on display in this country, at the back, Facundo Sola. Our two umpires for this one on the field are going to be Peter Wright and Danny Boudou. As we see images of Justo Coutinho and his lovely girlfriend there enjoying the action down in the Habtoor tent. Rafa Silva is just doing a sound check there with the two mounted umpires. He's going to be in the chair and going to be officiating here from the third man position. Two mounted umpires and one on the side. Don't forget, the finals of this event will be on the 5th of March, where we will have the Bentley Cup final and the IFZA Gold Cup, both on the same day. That's the 5th of March. If you want to join us for that, you are very welcome. Tickets are available. If you're in the area and you fancy coming down and watching the polo, you can buy your tickets at Platinum List, 800 tickets, and Virgin Tickets. There's a fabulous polo brunch here at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort Hotel, starting from 325 dirhams per person. And for bookings and more information, FNB reservations at habtoorpoloresort.com. And if you want to get in touch with us on Polo Line, Instagram Polo Line OK, Facebook is Polo Line Int, and Twitter at Polo Line. Be lovely to hear from you. Let us know where you're watching the action from, and we will try and get your messages read out as and when we can. Guille Coutinho just down there in the pony lines, manager for Habtoor Polo. Tense moments for him. Looks like we're pretty much set and ready to roll here. Peter Wright just cantering away. The umpires have laid down the law. And the red shirts of Habtoor going up to the Villa end. Who's first to show? Sola breaking away from the back of the pack, putting this pony through its paces. A swing and a miss from him, and reaching out there is young Amadori. He couldn't quite get the shot that he wanted on the near side of his pony, and it's been left here for Essayin. Essayin leaves it for Haureche. Haureche punches it down towards goal. Oh, what a superb bit of stick work and a block there that was. But there's a whistle on the play. There's a whistle there as Isidro Strada put his stick on that ball that came flying through. As we see Haureche's shot coming through, Isidro Strada got something on it, but Sola came in, the whistle's gone, and it's going to be a nice little open goal penalty here from 30 yards for Facundo Sola, and a chance for him to get Habtoor on the scoreboard first here. Lovely images of some of the Bangash horses making their way out from the previous game. Sola walking into this one. And nice and confident there from Facundo Sola. He's got the score, and it is Habtoor who draw first blood, 1-0. Good work here from Tarek. Trying to set up an attack here for IFZA Mahra. Al Habtoor, superb work from Tarek reaching out. Eventually they get the ball away from him, and it's Essayin who puts that one out to the far side, looking here for Haureche. Big ride off there between Haureche and Isidro Strada. Strada picks it up now and will get the ball away from Facundo Sola. Sola will have to give him a bit of space here on the far side. And then he comes in and, well, he tried to steal the ball away, but just knocked it out of play. And possession will go back to IFZA Mahra here in the form of Isidro Strada. Strada takes the restart. Flying through there on the chestnut is Jacinto Amadori. Oh, and he's absolutely launched this one. Look at that, he's got plenty on it, but he's dragged it out to the left, and it's out of play wide of the target. So it looks like Felix Hussein is going to take the restarts as he did last time out. Sola's going to go up for the pass here, and he's looking for an open pass here from the young Argentine Hussein. Hussein out towards Sola. Well read there by Amadori. Comes in and sweeps the ball forward. Trying to get that pony just to sit down for him, and then, whoa. There's a whistle on the play as Amadori tried to control the pony there. It was drifting a little bit, but let's have a look at the replay. It's going to be a penalty fall, and it's gone in favor of Habtoor. So Facundo Sola, the highest rated player here in Dubai, off a 9-goal handicap. And he's circling around here to take this 60-yard hit and looking to put number 2 on the scoreboard here for Habtoor. Goes high, looks good to me. Superb contact there from Sola, straight through the middle. And it is Habtoor 2, IFZA 0. Fallen once again for Sola. Chips it forward, he's got a little bit of protection there. No, he hasn't. That's good work there from young Amadori. Jacinto turns it around the corner, comes flying back there off the stick there on the backhander of Jauretche. Picked up this time by Segundo. Segundo Amadori here sweeping the ball across the field. He's got Isidro Estrada dropping in behind. Good work here from the young Argentine, but eventually gets tagged there by Sola. Picked up by Isidro. Estrada waiting for Sola to clear the way, and he's going to try and offload this one to one of his front runners, but, well, Segundo was crunched out of the way in the ride off, and that's a good open backhander up in the sky there, and Sola will drop in and pick it up there on the near side here for Habtoor. Sola up over the halfway line. Can Isidro Estrada come and compete with him here? But Sola still there on the near side of his pony. That looks like a really good approach shot to me. He's going to go near side again. He shoots. It's going to go all the way, is it? No. Isidro comes in and sweeps it right in front of the goal and gets it away from the danger zone here for IFZA Mahra. Good work from Estrada. Comes across the field, and he's got Jauretche coming across here for the piece of the action. And Jauretche has drawn the whistle from umpire Peter Wright, who was right on the spot there on the grey pony. As we see the replay here, Isidro. And, well, Jauretche just having a chat there with Peter Wright, but it certainly looked like a foul from here. 3 minutes and 3 seconds on the clock here in the first, and it's going to be a 5B hit from the centre in favour of IFZA Mahra. Jacinto Amadori, couple of taps from him. And then he goes long, launches that one up towards Turek. And Mohamed comes across here on the near side. Oh, good backhander coming in from Mohamed. Superb work, but look at this. Strada has turned onto it, and Strada has stumped it straight through. Or has he? It's wide to the right. The goal judge was initially signalling a goal, but it looks like the chance has gone wide, and it's going to be an opportunity here for Jauretche, who's taking the hit in there in the absence of Sola. Tapped here, and possession retained by Facundo Sola, the number 4 for Habtoor. Amadori will wait for him. Haurichi going across the field here, trying to get in on this, gets a little bump from Amadori, who's done a good job, and here comes his brother, Amadori Senior, sweeping the ball around the corner and then running it down. This is good work here from young Amadori. He's up to the 60-yard line. Can he control this one? That's a good-looking approach shot. Has he flicked it too far? Oh, he's gone under his pony's neck. Superb stuff from young Jacinto Amadori. He's got the score for IFZA, and what a goal that was. As we see the replay, the approach shot probably a bit further than he wanted, but then he's thought about near side, switched over and flicked it under his pony's neck and got the score. Wonderful stuff from the young Argentine. And there's going to be a break in play here as Haurichi seems to have an issue. This could be an injury timeout here, with just 1 minute and 28 seconds left on the clock here in the first. As we see young Amadori there getting back on his pony. What happened over there on the far side? I didn't even see that. Let's have a look at that replay, boys. Did he fall off? Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh my God. Well, I mean, a horse bucking is one thing. A horse bucking 5 minutes, 5.5 minutes into a chukker after just scoring a goal. Just as well it didn't do it when he was flat tacked down at the other end of the field. That was the horse he just scored on, wasn't it? Did not want to come back out of the pony lines and gave him very little chance to stay in the saddle. So his lap of honour was cut a little bit short, wasn't it? Superb goal, and then he gets dropped. Wonderful stuff. We're back underway. Who's got possession here? Sola flying through, reaching out of the saddle, but it's that man again, Amadori. Jacinto coming around the corner here. And he's backed up this time by his brother. Segundo up towards Tarek. Tarek with a chance here. He's got contact coming in there from Mohamed, but Tarek once again under his pony's neck. Where's that one gone? Oh, it's working its way towards the back line, but it's still in play, and it's turned around the corner there by Haurichi. Haurichi leaves it here for Sola. It's all pretty cool and calm here from their own back line by the red shirts of Habtoor. Sola decides to sweep it out under his pony's neck. Still in possession of the ball here, and the 9-goaler working his way through the field. Back in possession of the ball here as he loops around and once again looks up and sees what he can do from inside his own half. This time he puts the hammer down, runs it past a couple of players. He's got Isidro Estrada coming across here to try and put the squeeze on, and he's shunted it forward, and that's a really good pass. He's picked a player out, and it's Essayin coming flying through. Oh, a miscontrol from him. Peeling there for the foul was Isidro Estrada. Big ride-off coming in there on Sola. A crunching ride-off from Jacinto Croto, but just look at this. Sola still up in front of goal, and he's chipped it. Oh, and he's appealing for the foul, but the ball has gone wide to the right. And in fact, that will be the end of the first chukker. There was no whistle. And Habtoor will come in at the change. A goal to the good. It's 2-1. Well, welcome back to ground number 1 here at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. We're live with all of our viewers on Polo Line TV as we look at young Hasso Amadori. Wonderful goal from him under his pony's neck, and then as he came around the corner to get back on the field, the pony giving him no chance, planting its front legs and bucking him off. Still, no damage done. He's good to go. He's tough, and he's bringing the ball back into play here for IFZA Mahra. Thumps it forward, looking for his brother, but that one's gone straight to Felix Essain. His tail backhander has got plenty of angle on it, but, well, almost too much angle, and Isidro Estrada was waiting for it, and he's done well here, the Argentine, the number 3 for IFZA Mahra. Trying to release that ball out towards, oh, good, it's got through. Oh, I thought he was okay there on the near side, but in the end, the attack breaks down, and it'll be Jauretche trying to flick that one out towards Sola, but only as far as Isidro Estrada. Putting the brakes on. He's got a bit of protection here from his teammate, who's taken Sola out of the way, and that's allowed him some time and space to bring the ball back in field here. Looking for a pass. Fakes to go long and retains possession. This time he goes long, but well, he didn't get all of that, did he? He's absolutely clubbed it about 20 yards forward, and he's given it straight back to Sola. Sola now sweeping it away from Amadori. Facu didn't quite get the shot that he wanted, but well, Essain was there, but it's been picked up by Amadori. Good work here by Hasso Amadori, who's had a good start to this match. This time he leaves the ball here for his teammate Isidro Estrada. Estrada trying to get away from the attentions there of Facundo Sola, working his way through the traffic here. Good stuff from Isidro Estrada. He's waiting for the space to open up, and he wants to get a shot down towards goal. This time he's gone for it, and he's launched it out to the right, and that one's going to go wide. It's off target, and it's out of play. So it looks like IFZA Mahra are good to shoot from range. That's the second or third shot they've taken from range. A tactic that maybe they've come up with before the game. Work a position, get the ball down to goal and have a pop. Maybe they don't fancy their chances carving through the defense. Ball is back in possession of Facundo Sola. Just under 5 minutes remaining here in this second chaka. Sola. Very slow stuff there, just inside his own half. Eventually a little bit of space opens up, and he's come back behind those ponies and put the hammer down. Caned it out towards one of his teammates, but good skills there from Isidro Estrada, who's led them all a merry dance there with a dummy. Fakes the backhander. They've all put the brakes on, and that gave him a little bit of space to bring the ball forward. Good work here from Isidro. And then he's absolutely launched that one forward. Can someone get on the end of it? Looks like Jauretche is going back in defence here for Al Habtoor, the number 3. Switches to the near side, flicks the ball forward. Oh, he's shown too much of that to Amadori, and Amadori comes flying through, but the whistle's gone. Well, the whistle is gone. It looks like it's a spot hit. As we look at the replay, a flick on the near side, and Amadori just a little bit too straight on that one. It's going to be a spot hit in favour of Habtoor. So some images coming in from down in the IFZA Mahra camp. But meanwhile, back at the ranch, play is underway, and it's Sola charging down the field on the far side. Puts the brakes on. Gets some protection there from Jauretche, who's taken out Isidro Estrada, and that's allowed a little bit of room here for his teammate. Oh, great block there coming in from Amadori. That's super stuff in defense. He just waited for Facu Sola and collected him, and then took the ball with him. Miscontrol from him. Backhander comes in. Oh, look at this. They're turning, and there's absolutely no one there but Facundo Sola right up in front of goal, and surely the 9-goal player is not going to miss from there. Whoa, the goal judge taking some evasive action. Almost got run over, but look at this as Sola comes through. Flying back was Amadori. We didn't quite see it on the replay, but the goal judge with a little Irish jig there behind the goal to avoid the traffic. No damage done, except to IFZA Mahra. It's 3-1. Possession is with Amadori. Good backhander coming in, trying to tee up an attack here for Tariq Al Habtoor. Segundo, ball stolen away by Felix Essayin, but there's a whistle there. And with 2 minutes and 51 seconds on the clock here in the second, it looks like a few players are going to dash off and change their ponies. And it could well be a spot hit in favor of the white shirts of IFZA Mahra. The ball's teed up there by Segundo Amadori. It'll be Isidro Strada. He's got two players who've just changed their ponies and they're way down the field. Oh, and he's taken on Sola and he's done really well to get past him. Is he going to sweep this one down? He's actually offloaded it. Extraordinary stuff. I thought he might have kept it there. He's come through the whole lot of them himself. He's appealing for the foul and the whistle's gone. The whistle has gone as Isidro Strada came flying through. Let's have another look at this one. Well, I'm not going to say a word. The penalty's gone in favor of the whites. And the reds don't like it. There's a protest coming in there momentarily from Facu Sola, protesting his innocence, but it's going to be a penalty too. Open goal, 30-yard hit, and a chance here for IFZA to get number 2 on the scoreboard. Here comes Isidro. Good contact on the ball. The pony came down to a walk, lost a bit of momentum, but he steadied himself. Good composure, and he punches it over the line. And IFZA back on the scoreboard with 2 minutes and 22 seconds left on the clock here in the second. The score is 3-2. Fallen nicely here for the whites, but big ride-off coming in there and then switching to the near side, but that one's gone looping up in the air. And Isidro Strada is sensing blood here, but there's a whistle as he came together there with Juan Jauretche. The umpires didn't like it. Let's have a look at the replay. That one's the one that looped up in the air, and then Jauretche looked like he was well positioned. Isidro just having a chat there with Peter Wright, but as we go down to the Del Carril camp, Luisa, tense moments. Essayin circles around. He's going to take this Del Lugar to Habtoor, taps it forward. Fakes to go long to Sola and retains possession of the ball. Isidro Strada comes across here to try and put the spoilers on this attack, and Sola goes past him and then hits that one forward, reaching out there on the near side and picking up nicely on the near side. Here is Segundo Amadori. Oh, but he's shown too much of that to Jauretche, and this is very, very dangerous for IFZA Mahra. Look at this, Sola working his way through the pack. Oh, he's gone all the way, but the last man, and then the shot comes in. Jauretche with a shot. Oh, just left. Well, Sola picked the ball up there and made his way through pretty much everybody, but there was the last line of defense. That was Amadori, and he got a good challenge in and stopped that attack. In the end, the shot from Jauretche was wide. So a sigh of relief here for IFZA Mahra. Good work from, oh, look at that from Jacinto, picking that one out of the air, but he's been crunched out of the way in the ride-off here as Jauretche comes flying back in defense and plucks it round the corner, and he's found Sola. Sola hooked out of the play, and a whistle. There's a whistle on the play, and Peter Wright here just having a chat with Isidro Strada as we see the replay. Comes around the corner, nudges it forward, and well, I have to say, The umpires are marching their way down towards the scoreboard end. Just having a chat here. I'm going to stay quiet until they make a decision. It's going to be a penalty too. 30-yard hit. And, well, it looked like a foul, didn't it? .51 remaining here in the second. Sola looks like he's going to walk around into this one. Oh, well, you don't see that very often. It was a very quick swing. It looked like he was too close to the ball. And he's hit the outside of the post and he's missed from 30 yards. Bit rushed there. And, well, IFZA Mahra with a huge sigh of relief and a chance for them to get the ball away from the danger zone. Sola appealing for the foul on the far side, but Amadori looks like he's well set here and controlling things nicely out of defence. Little wristy flick shot there forward and, well, there's a whistle on the play. Jacinto working it forward. And as he went to try and launch that one forward, the umpires have blown their whistle and they've given a spot hit to the Reds here. Sola will tee it up. Well within his range. He's probably going to get this sitting up in the grass and have a go at goal from here, you would have thought. He's probably about, what, 90 out? Bit of angle, but well within range here for the 9-goaler. Looks good. Contact sounds good. Is it straight? It is straight. He's absolutely clubbed it over the top. And he's dissected the uprights. An important score there for Habtoor right at the end of the second chukker. They extend their lead. It's 4-2. And in fact, that's the final action of that second chukker. And they will come off and change ponies. And Habtoor with a 2-goal advantage here at the end of the second. The ball is in for the start of the third. And who's got possession? Looks like Tarek Al Habtoor with a nice little drag out to the left-hand side. He's hooked out of it by Felix Hessain, but it's picked up here by Isidro Estrada. Isidro on this bay pony that he likes so much, played superbly well in the last match, and he's chopped one up towards Tarek, and look at this, Tarek Al Habtoor is down in front of goal, he's up with inside the 30, Habtoor, oh, what happened? He's left the ball, and there's a whistle on the play as Jacinto comes in and flicks it across the line. Well, let's see what the refs decide here. Tarek Al Habtoor pulling out of the goal shot, and the penalty's gone in favour of the Whites. And it will be Isidro Estrada from about 10 yards out, walking in. And Isidro gets the score. Nicely done. Little half swing, that's all that's needed. And IFZA have cut the gap. The difference is just one now, it's 4-3. Estrada trying to get that one from the back of the pack, but he's been tagged there by Jauretche. Good hook coming in there from Sola, and he's done a good job, but there is backup here. The strength in numbers for IFZA Mahra. That one punched forward by Tarek. Mohammed, Hessain it was, and Tarek Al Habtoor with a chance. Tarek with a flick towards goal. Oh, what a chance. He's missed it wide right. Well, what a chance that was for IFZA Mahra to tie the score here. 5.5 minutes remaining here in the third. And the under the next shot goes out towards Facundo Sola. Sola putting the brakes on. Jauretche going up. Sola offloads and goes long here, and he's looking for Hessain. Hessain on the near side over the top of the bouncing ball, but they've got a little bit of backup here in the form of Jauretche. Look at this, Jauretche's absolutely flying down the field, but he's been taken out of the way there by Amadori. And it'll be Jacinto that brings it out away from the danger zone here for IFZA Mahra. Good work there from Amadori. Isidro Estrada will pick up the ball here, and they've got an overlap. Can he get this one through? Yes, he can. Tarek has left the ball here for Jacinto. Jacinto has crunched it back towards Tarek. Oh, it's gone a little bit out to the left-hand side, and he's going to have to readjust his pony. Habtoor flying back in defence here is Mohammed. Mohammed reaching out for the hook. Oh, look at this from Tarek. He's going to go all the way, is he? He's nudged it up towards goal. Oh, and Sola puts the brakes on and clears it from right in front of the goal line, but there is a whistle on the play. And Sola can't believe it. Amadori was there, and Sola got the hook, and there were two players behind him as he turned right, and it's gone in favour of IFZA. And a chance here from about 2.5 feet for Isidro Estrada to tie the game. He's going to walk around and he's just going to tap this one. He could do it with his eyes closed, and he's got the score, and the game is tied. It's 4-4. Well, I know there's a few fans in for IFZA Mahra, and they will be delighted with that. They are back in the match, and they have tied the game. Breaking away with the ball is Jauretche. Jauretche here for Habtoor, looking to go back into the lead. Didn't quite get the angle on that under the next shot, and he's still down in the corner. He's got an awful lot of work to do from there, but he's brought it around the corner, and he's escaped a couple of Amadoris. This time Jacinto gets the hook. That's really good work there from Jacinto, but he's then crunched out of the way. Near side backhander comes in, and Sola is there. Sola back towards Jauretche. Jauretche with a little flick. Oh, he's missed it. Great work from Amadori there in defence. Jacinto, that is. Here he is once again bringing the ball back into play for IFZA Mahra. And then he launches that forward and gets absolutely plenty on it. He smashed it up to the halfway line and beyond. It's going to be Isidro Estrada on this bay pony that he likes so much. Puts the brakes on. Hessain comes across. They're calling for the pass in the middle, but he hasn't quite got the distance on it. It was quite ambitious, wasn't it? And Sola will come back in defense here and pick it up for Habtoor. Needs backup. Jauretxe. Juan Jauretxe over the top of the play, but Sola right behind him. Reading it well here, Facundo Sola working his way through the traffic. This is a pony that Esain played, I think, in the first couple of games. And Sola getting on very well with it. Picked up this time by Esain, the number 2, and he's gone past Isidro Estrada, and he's chopped it back towards Mohamed, but there's plenty of angle on that. Mohamed now coming across the field, takes a little touch forward, and, well, the attack breaks down. Esain comes in. His backhand has gone straight towards Isidro Estrada. And he's taken it like a man, and the ball drops down in front of him here in this bay pony, and he's going to try and launch another attack here out of defense for IFZA Mahra. Long hit coming in from Isidro. He gone out to the left-hand side looking for Tarek. Mohamed first to show. Oh, good shot from Mohamed. Tarek now coming in on that, but he's been called out of the play here by Segundo Amadori. Amadori putting the brakes on, trying to bring it back in field. Good work here from the young Argentine, but he's attracted the attentions here of Facundo Sola. Space opens up. He goes for goal. Didn't get the contact on the ball that he wanted, and Jauretxe will come in and rip that tail backhander away towards the boards. Amadori. Oh, look at that from Amadori. He's gone past a couple of defenders. He's brought it up over the 30. He flicks it towards goal. Oh, super stuff from Segundo Amadori. And wow, IFZA Mahra, who had a very slow start to this match, after some superb work from all 4 of them, find themselves ahead here with just 1 minute and 13 seconds left on the clock in the third. It's 5-4. Picked up there by Facundo Sola, and he's absolutely hooning down the field. And how's the approach shot? It looks absolutely perfect, doesn't it? It's right in front of the goal, and it's inside the 30, and Sola sets himself, and Sola will tie the game here at 5. Well, there was no one in defense there for the Whites. Flying back there was Amadori, but he was never going to get there. And Facundo Sola clinical in front of goal for Habtoor. Some love coming in from San Jose de Areco, from Manuel Giraldes, saying hello from San Jose. And Khalid Bindrai says hello from across the field. Hi, Khalid. I see you waving. Hi, buddy. Enjoying the polo on the far side there. Limited numbers, of course, on the far side of the field. That one's offloaded downfield by Isidro Estrada. Going back here and putting the brakes on hard is Esain. He chops it out to the right-hand side, and then another good cut shot up towards Sola. Sola sniffing blood here at the end of this third chakra. He's put the hammer down on the bay pony, and he's absolutely flying down the field. And where are IFZA Mahra in defense? There's no one there. Sola sets the pony, picks it up. Half volley there from Sola. He flicks it towards go, switches to the tail shot. Oh, and it's been charged down by young Amadori, and the chance has gone. It's gone wide to the right. Wow, sensational stuff in the third chukka. That is the end of the action for the first half of this match in the IFZA Gold Cup 2021 between IFZA and Habtoor. And we can't split the teams, ladies and gentlemen. It is 5-5.
Agradecemos. Gracias de este evento, sea maravilloso.
So we go down to the IFZA Mahra tent and we see some orders coming in from Big John. And they'll be very buoyant down there. Very, very good first half performance from these young Argentines. Especially Jacinto Amadori, who's been so solid in defense. And of course, backed up by the rest of his team, all playing very, very well. As we go through the chukka by chukka, Habtoor 2-1 at the end of the first. They were 4-2 and looking quite comfortable at the end of the second. But 3-1 in that third chukka in favour of IFZA Mahra. And at half-time here, we're locked at 5 goals each. So for the benefit of our viewers who have missed a few games and want an update, we started on Tuesday the 16th of February, where Bangash had a good win over IFZA Mahra by 12-9. Our second match, Habtoor, Gantut winning by the same scoreline, 12-9 over Habtoor. Wednesday the 17th, the Dubai Wolves on their first outing beat Zidane 12-7. And in the second game, Abu Dhabi conquered UAE by 12-8. Our first game today, Gantut Polo, with a slightly flattering scoreline in the end. It was a very good performance from Bangash and was probably a lot closer than the score suggests. But in the end, it was 13-8 in favour of Gantut. And here we are in our second match. We are locked at 5 goals apiece. Just a request coming in from our third man here, Rafa Silva. Can we please have 2 umpire ponies as soon as possible to the middle of the field? Peter Wright and Danny Badu have a couple of tired ponies and they need to change. Umpire ponies, please, to the middle of the field as soon as possible on the far side of ground number 1. We go to our stats here. IFZA Mahra, field goals, 2 apiece. Throw-ins, 5-6. Habtoor just edging that. Fouls committed, 6 by IFZA Mahra, 5 by Habtoor. No yellow cards in the match, and the penalties, IFZA Mahra 3 out of 3. Most of those have been, well, from a couple of inches away. And Habtoor 3 out of 4. I'm hearing from my producer, Sebastian Namaja, that there is a thunderstorm brewing. I've never seen a drop of rain in Dubai. It's more likely to be a sandstorm, buddy. But you could be right, who knows? Who knows? As we see Felix Hussein there, the number 2 for Habtoor, warming himself and his pony up. Tommy Beresford there with a nice bit of hand stick work as he tussles there with a young Coutinho. Dubai Wolves in action tomorrow, of course. Tomorrow's games, 2 o'clock, Abu Dhabi take on Dubai Wolves, and UAE Zidane in the 4 o'clock clash tomorrow. Field number 3, make sure you're tuned in live on Polo Line TV for all of the action here in the IFZA Gold Cup 2021. Don't forget, the finals for this will be on the 5th of March, and if you are in the area and you do fancy coming in and watching the polo, you can get tickets at the Platinum List, 800 tickets and Virgin tickets. They serve a fabulous polo brunch here at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort. It starts at 325 dirhams per person, and it's so good they never, ever, ever have any left over for me at the end of the day. Tragic, but that's the state of affairs here at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. When the lunch is too good, there's never any left for me. For bookings and more info, FNB reservations at habtoorpoloresort.com. If you'd like to follow us here at the club, social media, Instagram and Facebook at Dubai Gold Cup Series, at Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. Twitter is at Dubai Gold Cup and at Habtoor Polo Club. For those of you on Polo Line on the live stream wanting to message in, Instagram is Polo Line OK, Facebook is Polo Line Int, and Twitter is at Polo Line. Well, the Reds are out first. They're looking menacing, aren't they? IFZA Mahra still down in the tent. And the Reds of Habtoor back on their ponies and ready for action. As we see Isidro Estrada just trying to crank his team up, inject a little bit of energy into these young Argentines. Segundo and Jacinto Amadori. Isidro Estrada, a real fighter, a very competitive man, a superb polo player, and he can sense blood here. He's not going to give up on this one easily, as we see Peter Wright on the far side of the field still looking for an umpire pony. And that's what the delay is, ladies and gentlemen. There's no umpire pony for Peter Wright. Don't forget that we have a superb polo academy here at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club. You can learn to ride polo style and take lessons with our head instructor, who's called Tomato, Tomas Palacios back. And if you want to ride normal style, we've got plenty of that as well. There's plenty of equestrian horses, 600 stables, state-of-the-art facilities, floodlit arenas, people riding around at 9 o'clock at night here at the club. It's absolutely wonderful to see. It's show jumping, dressage, children riding, hacks around the polo fields, you name it, we do it. And if you fancy getting on board and trying riding for the first time, this is the place to do it. Peter Wright wandering around, still looking for a pony. It's a lonely place being an umpire. It's lonely enough without you having to go and find your horse at half-time. Daniel Badou coming over saying, do you want to jump on the back of mine? Don't think that's going to work, mate. So a slight delay here at half-time in this IFZA Gold Cup clash. And it's, well, delicately poised, isn't it? 5-5. Tense moments for both teams. Gives me an opportunity to thank IFZA, International Free Zone Authority, who provide local and international businesses the ideal platforms, infrastructure and location that epitomize the benefits of the UAE's strategic geographic position, world-class infrastructure and business and tax-friendly environment. They're our title sponsors, not just for this Gold Cup, but for our entire polo season here at the club. and we are very grateful to Martin Pedersen and his team for coming on board and being part of this journey throughout the season. Our thoughts and thanks go to them, as they do to Bentley Emirates, the largest Bentley dealer in the world, part of the prestige cars division of the Al Habtoor Motors. Bentley Emirates is driven by professionalism, quality, high standards, and continues to serve with utmost confidence. We thank all of our sponsors, of course, for their continued support of polo here in Dubai, UAE. A horse, my kingdom for a horse. Famous words by a king many years ago, and that's what Peter Wright sang down in the pony lines. Someone find me a donkey. The players are waiting very patiently. It's an awful long time to wait on the field, just keeping their ponies relaxed by walking around. A couple of players practicing their swings. Tense moments, 5-5 here. Be good to hear from some of our viewers tuned in to the live stream on Polo Line TV. If you are listening in, send us a message. There is still time. We've got 2 chukkers left in this match, and we will try and get your message and a shout out to you. No matter where you are in the world, let us know where you're watching from, and we will share the love from Dubai. Well, the good news is Peter Wright is back on board. He's found a pony. In the end, he had to steal one. And he's cantering his way back up the far side of the field. He's going to be with us in about a minute or so, and we will have the second half of this match underway. IFZA Mahra, with plenty of supporters here today. I know I can see Martin Pedersen getting very excited down there. He, of course, supporting his team. And they are locked in a 5-5 situation here with Habtoor. Here we go, start of the second half. It's going to be well worth waiting for, no doubt. Isidro Estrada launches that one up over the top, looking for Jacinto. Jacinto's put the hammer down. He seems to have plenty of power here on the pony, but he just couldn't quite reach out and pick that ball up. And he's left it behind here for Juan Jauretche. Jauretche going to leave the ball there for his captain, Sola, who loops around the back here on the bay pony and then cuts it down back towards Jauretche, but well positioned here is Isidro Estrada. Estrada tries to outrun Jauretche, reaches out and evades the hook. Good work here from Isidro Estrada, and look at this, he's breaking away into enemy territory and he's up over the halfway line. Little miscontrol from him. Jauretche's over the top of it, as is Tariq Al Habtoor. Swing and a miss there from Essayin, and oh, look at this, Jauretche, superb stuff there on the near side of his pony, and he's got the measure of the treasure, and he's nicked the ball away there from Jacinto Amadori. He's up to the 60, he pulls the trigger. Oh, he's got some backup though, look at this, Essayin, he shoots, he scores. Well, Essayin left with all the glory, but the hard work was done by Jauretche with a superb steal on the near side of his pony there. He nicked the ball away from Amadori, who didn't see him coming. (6-5) Habtoor. Backhand, and nice work there from Tariq. Tariq bringing the ball forward, and he gets a superb hook there on Jauretche. Look at this from Tariq. He's still muscling the ball down into enemy territory. Eventually the backhander comes in and Sola will turn into space here for Habtoor. Amadori will have to come across here and put the spoilers on the 9-goaler, but he's got the hammer down. Oh. Well, there's going to be a break here, ladies and gentlemen. And there's a little bit of concern here. Can we have the ambulance as soon as possible? Ambulance, if you can hear me, get onto the field ASAP. As young Segundo Amadori is down on the deck. Well, the good news is Segundo Amadori is okay. He's back on his pony, ladies and gentlemen. He's tough. Yes, let's hear it for him. Super stuff to see Amadori get up off the ground. He had a crunching fall. It is a full contact sport, and unfortunately he just clipped the umpire's pony and went down like a sack of potatoes, but he's good. And he's back in action. Possession goes back to Habtoor here with a fair play throw-in. It's going to be Facundo Sola who pushed this one up across the field, switches to the near side of his pony, under pressure here from Jacinto. Shot doesn't quite come off there for Sola, and it's picked up this time by, good work from Isidro Estrada, who fakes the backhander and then brings it back in field, and he'll take that. That's been kicked by a pony out of play. And possession looks like it might well go back to IFZA Mahra. There's a loud whistle though. Let's see what our umpires have decided here. Well, it could well be a corner. Maybe Isidro took a touch and then it came off his pony. So it's going to be a corner and a chance here for Facundo Sola, 60 yards out. With a bit of angle on it, but certainly within range here. And a chance for him to go 2 goals into the lead. Pony just twisted on him slightly. He's got plenty of contact on it, though. Has he got it straight? Yes, he has. Wonderful composure from Facundo Sola. And Habtoor go 2 goals to the good. It's 7 goals to 5. We're back underway. There's a little clash of sticks, but Sola will drop in on this and sweep it forward on the difficult side of his pony. Then he plays it under his pony's neck, and Isidro Estrada glancing over his right shoulder and then looking left, and he's going to just sweep this one forward. Good work from Isidro, but he's been tagged there by Sola. And Sola coming away here with plenty of horse on the halfway line, and Sola, he's up over the into enemy territories, over the 60, looks over his shoulder, and a chance here to go 3 goals to the good, switches to the near side, picks up the bouncing ball, and Sola is showing his class. Well, you don't get to 9 goals for no reason, and that is why. Great stuff from Facundo Sola. And the difference is 3. It's 8 goals to 5. Sola once again, everything seems to be landing in front of him at the moment. And, well, this time he's had his stick hooked there by Isidro Estrada and sweeping the ball across the field here for IFZA Mahra, trying to launch an attack is young Amadori. Round the houses there is Amadori, still in possession of the ball. Alrechi comes flying in. He was appealing for the foul there, Amadori, nothing given. And there's a horse race here between Tariq Al Habtoor and Essayin. Essayin goes long, looking for Mohammed. Mohammed will drop in on this. Mohammed Al Habtoor now, who's done a lot of work in defence against Tariq. This time he's in attack, and that's a superb approach shot from Mohammed. Oh, look at this from Mohammed. Can he flick this one back towards goal? He steadies the pony. Wonderful stuff from Mohammed Al Habtoor. Well, we haven't seen much of him in attack today, have we? He's done so much work in defence. But cometh the hour, cometh the man, and superb stuff there from Mohammed. He had plenty to do when he picked it up, swept it under his pony's neck. The approach shot was superb, and he gets the score. Habtoor now having a nice little purple patch. Oh, look at that from Sola. Have a bit of that, he says. Turning on the style now, and he's running away from IFZA Mahra, reaching out there. He's clobbered that one a little bit long. It's going to go down into the corner, but he's going to go for a first time under the next shot. Sola shoots. That looks good to me. Oh, have a bit of that from Facundo Sola. Take a bow. Wonderful stuff. And he has absolutely blitzed them here in this 4th chukka. Turning on the charm. It's 10-5. Messages coming in from Malaysia. Abu Ryan says hello from Malaysia. He's watching live on Polo Line TV. Jane Fielding says hi from Portugal. Fully international here with our messages on Polo Line. Great to hear from so many viewers. Keep the messages flowing, and we will get you read out as and when we can. Meanwhile, back at the ranch, big ride-off coming in there between Halrechi and Isidro Estrada. Mahra need to stop the rot here and try and get a goal of their own and try and just stem the flow. Sola arriving a little bit late there, trying to claim the foul on Isidro Estrada. Estrada working his way back infield. Good stick work. He needs a little bit of backup here from young Amadori. Amadori reaching out, and it's good to see him back in the saddle and working so effectively. He's done well here for his team, and he may well have got the foul. Whistle's gone. 38 seconds left on the clock here in the 4th. And, well, it's a chance that IFZA Mahra quite simply have to take. It's going to be a 60, and it will be that man, Isidro Estrada. Great ball striker, great penalty taker. He's on a chestnut, he's teed it up, and he's going to circle around and try and loft this one up over the top of those defending Habtoor players and get number 6 on the scoreboard here for IFZA Mahra. It's high, it looks straight, looks really good to me. He's absolutely crunched it. Wonderful penalty once again from the young Argentine. And they're hanging on in there, IFZA Mahra. It's 10 goals to 6. Back to the centre, and once again the teams, of course, will change ends. Mahra looking to go down to the scoreboard, and oh, and look at this. Breaking out of the back is that man again. Strada takes the ride off there from Jauretche. Terrible bounce, but he's got some backup, has he? No, Sola comes in. His backhand has been charged down, and it'll be Essayin. Oh, and look at this on the counter-attack. Absolutely flying down the field is Sola. Big glance over the shoulder, and he sees it. Whoa. Well, that's going to be a technical foul. The whistle's gone. And there's a little bit of discussion going on there between Isidro Estrada having a discussion there with Peter Wright. Peter Wright gets the yellow card out and brandishes it there to the captain of IFZA Mahra. And that's going to end the chukker, end of the 4th chukker. What a sensational chukker of polo it was. And we come in, we catch our breath, and we find ourselves with the scoreline 10 goals to 6.
The first drive-in petrol station appeared way back in 1913. It was the beginning of a new era. The car was gaining in popularity, and those stations were getting bigger, trying to keep pace with the cars coming in. But no matter how fast they grew, those queues grew faster. Fast forward to today, and in most places, queues are a thing of the past. Shops, groceries, banks, they're all available on apps, all in the interest of saving time. Because today, time is what it's all about. Our days are busier than ever, and the world is doing everything it can to keep up. The one thing that hasn't kept up is the petrol station. The queues are still long, just as long as they were 100 years ago. In other words, we need something contactless, simpler, smarter, something like Cafu.
Well, welcome back to all of our viewers live streaming on Polo Line TV. We're back here on field number 1 at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club, Dubai, UAE, for the start of this 5th and final chukker, our last chukker of the day. And unfortunately for IFZA Mahra fans, they're going to be facing a penalty. It's going to be a penalty to open goal, 30-yard hit. And a chance here for Facundo Sola to put number 11 on the scoreboard here for Habtoor. Guille Coutinho looking a little bit more relaxed. And he's got the score. And the whistle's gone. And it's going to be another technical penalty here from the restart. So the ball has been plonked down in the centre of the field by our umpire Peter Wright, which means that it's going to be a restart with a halfway line hit here in favour of Habtoor. And IFZA, who have been so good for so long in this match, suddenly find themselves with a mountain to climb. Facundo Sola circling around. Looks like he's in the mood today, doesn't he? He's had a good game. Here comes the 9-goaler from the centre of the field. Might go for a goal from here. He has gone for goal. He's launched it. It's gone very high, though. It might land softly. It's leaking out to the left. Is it? No, it's taken a nice bounce, but he's wide to the left, and it's trickling. Oh, a chance here for Essayin. Still in play there. That ball's just stopped right on the goal line, and I'm not quite sure who's hit it out. Well, he certainly had the range, didn't he? And what's the decision here from our umpire? Peter Wright's there. Looks like it's gone in favour of the defending team. No, it hasn't. It's a penalty for. It's going to be, it was hit out by a defender, so it's a corner and a chance for Facundo Sola from 60 yards here with a tiny bit of angle on it to try and put number 12 on the scoreboard here. This one's low, it's a bit grubby. Whoa, it's come flying up and it's hit Tariq Al Habtoor. That ball came flying up, it was deflected. And we're going to have a timeout here, ladies and gentlemen. Don't forget, tickets are available for the final of this IFZA Gold Cup 2021 and the Bentley Cup. They'll both be played, those two cup finals, on the same day. That's on the 5th of March, and tickets are available. If you're in the area and you fancy joining us here at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club, Platinum List, 800 tickets, and Virgin tickets are the ones to contact. We will be doing, of course, the famous, fabulous Al Habtoor Polo Lunch, and that starts at 325 dirhams per person. For more bookings and info, FMB reservations at habtoorpoloresort.com. Looks like Tariq is okay. That pony's going to be taken off to the field. The vet's going to check it out, and I think she's going to be okay, which is good to see. Isidro Estrada picking up possession here with a bit of fair play coming in, and that one's been chopped out towards Tariq. Tariq Al Habtoor coming across the field, trying to sweep that one under his pony's neck. Sola picks it up on the near side. Tariq, near side play of his own, and backed up this time by Isidro Estrada. Estrada trying to escape the attentions of Jaureche. Here comes Essayin, nudging that one forward. Didn't quite get the shot that he wanted under a bit of pressure there from Segundo Amadori. Isidro, it's gone high. Tariq will have to steady the pony. Picks it up nicely here. Tariq picks up the bouncing ball. Here comes Tariq Al Habtoor. He shoots. Oh, it's wide to the right. It's gone out of play. He's off target. So 5 minutes and 35 seconds left here in the fifth and final chukka. As Facundo Sola with a cut shot. That was cute, wasn't it? Went around that player, and in the end he's overrun it, but he's got a little bit of backup. Flick comes in there, trying to turn it around here from Amadori, trying to tee up Isidro Strada. Jauretche reaching out. Strada gets tagged. Backhander comes in there from Facundo Sola. Oh, good work there from the two Amadoris. Jacinto takes the man, leaves the ball there for his brother, but the attack breaks down. Isidro decides to sweep it across the field and take it under his pony's neck. Retains possession of the ball himself. Tries to get a little bit of space to run into there, and still trying to work it away from Jauretche. Jauretche coming in with a big challenge there on Isidro Strada. The players just bump into each other there on the boards, and there's no whistle, and play will continue. And here comes Sola. Sola absolutely flying down the field on the bay ponies up over the halfway line, and there's no one here in defence for the white shirts of IFZA Mahra. The approach shot is absolutely perfect. Facundo Sola, and Facu straight through the middle of the goal. It is 12 goals to 6. And I can tell you, boys and girls, that was Facundo Sola's 12th goal of the match. Sorry, 10th goal of the match. It's 12-6, and Sola has scored 10 of them. Wonderful stuff from the 9-goaler today. I'm sure he'll be the first to admit that he didn't have his best outing last time out, but he's been absolutely scintillating today. Back on form, Facundo Sola, and looking very, very good on 9 goals. Amadori around the corner. Stolen away there by Jauretche. And there's a whistle. Peter Wright on the spot. 3 minutes and 44 seconds left on the clock. A little collision there between three players. A little bit scrappy. And it's going to be thrown across onto the halfway line, and a chance here for Isidro Strada. Play is called. Strada takes a tap. And another. And then he goes high and long. He's absolutely smashed it, but it's leaking out to the right, and it's off target. Well, there's going to be another break in play. The whistle has gone. And Isidro just walking his pony off the field. Pony looks fine, she's just a little bit tired, and that's a welfare issue. Sensible stuff there from our referee, Daniel Boudou. And that mare will be led off, and she'll go and have a rest. Don't forget, our next match is 2 o'clock tomorrow, and 4 p.m. we've got Abu Dhabi against Dubai Wolves by Cafu is our 2 p.m. clash. And then the second match will be UAE taking on Zidane Polo. That's tomorrow, the 20th, here at the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club, and those games will be on ground 3 on the far side of the club. So just 3 minutes and 24 seconds left in this match as the ball is brought back into play here. And it's launched high and long there by Essain. Amadori, great tail backhander towards Isidro Strada, who's timed that perfectly. He's gone past his man. Can he get this one back towards goal? Essain comes across. The two of them crunch into each other there with a big ride off. Silky stick work and good skills here from Isidro Strada. Turning left and then back to the right, but he's been crunched out of the way. And in the end, there's a whistle. as Essayin came flying through. Our umpires didn't like it, and there's a decision to be made here by Peter Wright and Danny Boudou. Well, it looks like it's going to be a spot hit in favour of the whites. Estrada wanted a 60, but he's going to have to take it from the spot. Still within range here, although he's not teeing the ball up, which would suggest he might tap this. He taps it across the field and then goes long. That looks good. Good contact and straight, and a superb hit from Isidro Estrada. And the difference is 5. It's 12 goals to 7. As you see on the replay, really good contact, launching that one with a cut shot straight over the top of everybody in the goal. And a superb hit there by Isidro. Who's got possession here? Amadori there, scrapping away. Oh, and Essayin came in, and that certainly does hurt. There's a scream of pain there from Estrada. He's got a horse's head right into the hip, and that hurts. So you see on the replay, it was Felix Essayin coming in for a piece of the pie, and he just crashed straight into Estrada. Let's have another look at it. Oh, yeah. Horse's head in the back, not your friend. Looks like he's okay. The umpire's just having a chat there with Felix Essayin and explaining what they've seen. It's going to be a penalty in favour of IFZA Mahra. 2 minutes and 15 seconds left on the clock. Just waiting for Peter Wright to come back into position. Play is called. And Isidro. Oh, good skills there. Sweeps it, but well, he got rid of Sola, but not Jauretche. Jauretche read it well and chops that backhander out towards the boards. Amadori. Essayin is there for a piece of the action. Amadori's found himself facing the wrong direction, and there's an overlap here, and look at this. Jauretche is absolutely flying down the field. And he's got the approach shot. Oh, he has. Superb work. Look at that for a flick. After a miscontrol, he flicks it out of the air back towards goal. And that's superb skills from Jauretche. And it is 13 goals to 7. Wonderful stuff. He completely mishit the approach shot, but what a correction, and a recovery was superb. And well, just a minute and 18 seconds remaining here, and it looks like IFZA Mahra have run out of steam. Sola waiting for the ball to just drop out of his lap. Switches to the near side, couldn't get the play that he wanted, and good stuff from Estrada. Superb quick stick work there from Isidro. Jauretche is there, good ride-off coming in from him, and then a lovely tail backhander trying to turn things here. And look at this, Sola is getting away from them all. Sola with a glance over his shoulder, and then he absolutely crunches it up to the front door, and it's landed nice and softly here for Mohamed, and Mohamed sets himself. Habtoor shoots, and Habtoor is going to score. Well, a lovely pass from Fakou Sola, and the ball landed very softly, which gave Mohamed a nice angle to come in, and he was absolutely clinical. 2 good goals from him in the second half of this match, and the players deciding to shake hands early, ladies and gentlemen. That is that for today's action here in the IFZA Gold Cup 2021. It is Habtoor with a convincing victory over a very brave and gallant IFZA Mahra by the score of 14 goals to 7. As we look at our chukker by chukker scores, 2-1 at the end of the first in favour of Habtoor. After the second chukka, they had extended their advantage 4 goals to 2. Superb third chukka by IFZA Mahra when they had, well, everything went right, didn't it? They were wonderful. And they tied at half-time 5-5, but then just 1 goal to IFZA Mahra in the fourth, and 5 goals in that fourth chukka to Habtoor, and then in the end another 4 and just 1 in the fifth to IFZA Mahra, and the final score 14 goals to 7. Elation there from Mohammed as he makes his way back down to the Habtoor camp. And they're going to receive a warm round of applause after that performance, no doubt about it. And Mohammed Al Habtoor with a smile on his dial after 2 goals in the second half and a wonderful performance from his entire team, especially Facundo Sola, who turned on the charm today, no doubt about it. Great shots of our drone as we make our way down into that corner of the field. Players dismounting, congratulations all round. And well, they needed to win, didn't they? They lost their first match against Gantu, but a really good performance there. Coutinho congratulating Sola. So we go to our match stats. Field goals, IFZA Mahra 3, Habtoor 9. Throw-ins was pretty even, Stevens 10 to 11. Fouls committed, also quite even, 7 by IFZA Mahra, 8 by Habtoor. 1 yellow card, that went to IFZA Mahra. Penalties, 4 out of 4 by Isidro Estrada, 4 out of 5 by Sola. And there was no corners for IFZA. And Habtoor, having had 2, scored 1. 1 out of 2 on the corners by Habtoor. Final score, 14 goals to 7. As we go to our best goals, look at that from Haurici. Complete miscontrol with the first approach shot, and then he just nonchalantly plucks it out of the air. And what a recovery that was. Superb stuff from him. This was Sola from range, 90 out, a little bit of angle, smashed it over the top. This was young Amadori picking the ball up, coming across the field, beating 1, 2, 3, and then flicking that one behind Haurici. Super stuff from him. Here's Facu Sola on the march, having broken away. And he steadied the pony after that wonderful approach shot. Haurici. Swing and a miss. He got some backup, and there's Asayin to get the job done. Here's Facu Sola on the march once again, going away from Amadori. And Isidro Estrada. In fact, Isidro coming in defence, but nothing he could have done. And a superb couple of goals from Mohammed. This the pick of them. When he came around the corner, couple of neck shots, straightened up, slightly left on the approach and got the flick there. And here, once again, Facu Sola under his pony's neck on the march. He scored 10 goals today, Sola. Wonderful stuff from him. And here's the last goal by IFZA Mahra. Isidro taking the tap, opening up, and cutting that one high and straight through the middle of the posts. So that pretty much concludes our action here from the Al Habtoor Polo Resort and Club in match day 3 of the IFZA Gold Cup 2021. Join us tomorrow, 2 o'clock and 4 o'clock local time here in Dubai. And our first game will be Abu Dhabi taking on the Dubai Wolves by Cafu, followed by UAE against Zidane. Until then, it's goodbye from Dubai.